The night she told me she wanted freedom was the same night I'd been planning to give her the world. I'd booked a table at the rooftop restaurant where we'd celebrated our first anniversary. Soft lights, city skyline. A jazz trio playing the same song that had once made her cry into my shoulder. I'd even bought a gift. A gold bracelet engraved with forever, no matter the storms. I thought it was poetic. She thought it was suffocating. She arrived 20 minutes late, looking flawless and distant. Her hair was pinned up, her perfume familiar but somehow colder. When she sat down, she didn't kiss me hello. Just said, "You ordered wine?" Like it was a formality, like we were business partners meeting for a deal neither of us wanted to close. We talked, or rather she did, about her new project at work, her gym routine, the book club she joined. All things I'd never been invited to share. Every story was a reminder of how far I'd drifted from the life she was still pretending was ours. Then came the silence. That long, brittle pause between conversation and confession. She looked at me, eyes soft but steady. "You know, my birthday's next week." I smiled. "Of course. I've already." "Don't," she interrupted, her voice sharp enough to slice through the air. "Don't get me anything this year." The words hung there, absurd and heavy. "You don't want a gift?" "I do," she said slowly. "Just not one you can buy." "What does that mean?" She sighed, her hands folding neatly in her lap. "I want freedom, Tom. That's what I want for my birthday." The room seemed to shrink. The sounds of clinking glasses, the hum of laughter from nearby tables, all of it faded until it was just her, sitting across from me, asking for a life without me in it. "Freedom," I repeated, my throat dry. "From what?" She didn't look away. "From us." The waiter approached with the wine. She thanked him with a smile that didn't reach her eyes. I just sat there, gripping the edge of the table, wondering how someone could look so calm while detonating everything you'd built together. That night I didn't ask her why. I didn't beg, didn't cry. I only asked for the check. She didn't stop me when I stood up. For 3 days she acted like nothing had happened. She still came home at the same time, still made coffee in the mornings, still kissed me goodnight. But everything was mechanical, like a woman going through motions she'd already detached from. I tried to rationalize it. Maybe she was overwhelmed. Maybe freedom meant something less final. But deep down I knew. You can't rehearse indifference that well unless you've practiced it. Then, on the 4th night, I saw it. She was in the shower, her phone on the counter buzzing with notifications. I shouldn't have looked. I know that. But when your world starts to tilt, you'll grab anything for balance. Even the truth you're not ready to face. The message on her screen was from Ethan. "I booked the cabin for next weekend. You sure he won't follow?" Another message blinked in. "You deserve this. You deserve to breathe." I stared at those words until my vision blurred. Ethan was her coworker. The one she'd once called a little too charming for his own good. The one I'd caught her smiling at during last year's hospital gala. She'd brushed it off, said I was jealous. Turns out I was just right too early. I didn't confront her that night. Instead, I lay beside her in bed, listening to her slow, peaceful breathing while my mind burned with every memory we'd ever shared. Her laugh. Our first road trip. The night she whispered she couldn't imagine life without me. I tried to find the exact point where love had started dying, but it was like searching for the first drop in a flood. By morning, my decision was clear. On her birthday, I cooked her favorite breakfast, blueberry pancakes, extra syrup, the way she liked when she was happy. She came downstairs in a silk robe, phone in hand, smiling faintly. "You remembered," she said, surprised. "Of course," I said. "It's your big day." We ate mostly in silence. She looked at her watch twice. When she finished, I handed her a small white envelope. Her eyes brightened briefly. "You didn't have to. Open it." She tore the flap, expecting jewelry, a card, maybe tickets to Paris. What she found instead were divorce papers, neatly folded, signed, and dated. Her face drained of color. "What is this?" "You wanted freedom," I said quietly. "I'm giving it to you." She looked up, disbelief flickering in her eyes. "Tom, this isn't what I meant." "Then what did you mean?" She hesitated, lips parting but no words coming out. I could almost see the excuses assembling in her mind, the half-truths she wanted to feed me. But when she looked at me and saw how calm I was, how done I was, something in her cracked. Tears welled up, her voice trembling. I didn't plan to hurt you. I felt trapped. I needed to feel alive again. With Ethan? I asked. Her breath caught. That was it, the flinch that told me everything. You read my messages, she whispered, like I'd committed the greater sin. I did, I said. And for once I'm glad I did. It saved me from wasting another year pretending you still loved me. She stood pacing, hands shaking. It wasn't serious. It was just freedom, I finished. Right. Her tears finally spilled over. You don't understand. You're right, I said, pushing my chair back. I don't understand how the woman I built a life with could turn my love into a burden. But I do understand one thing, you wanted out. Now you're out. I walked to the door. She called my name once, twice. When I turned, she looked small, fragile, terrified. The way people look when they realize they've gone too far to come back. Tom, she said, voice breaking. I don't want to lose you. You already did. 2 weeks later, the papers were filed. She moved out, took half the furniture and most of the silence. I thought I'd feel empty. Instead, I felt something close to peace. One night she called. I almost didn't answer, but curiosity got the better of me. Ethan's gone, she said, her voice hollow. He was never serious. It was all a mistake. I didn't say anything. I thought freedom meant starting over, she continued. But I just ended up alone. Maybe that's what freedom really is, I said softly. Being left with yourself. She started to cry. I listened for a moment, then hung up. Outside, the city was quiet. I stood by the window watching the lights flicker in the distance. For the first time in years, I felt weightless, not because I'd lost her, but because I'd finally let her go. She had wanted freedom for her birthday. I gave her exactly that.